Good afternoon. I'm spot on weather meteorologist Matthew Euler, and today our focus is going to be on more cold and, dare I say, wintry precipitation. Yes, folks, it is very much on the table and possible next week. We could have our first bout of wintry weather, including some form of mix of rain and snow or snow in the area. So let's get right to it. The main theme of this short video is I'm going to talk about 3 different cold shots of air. Cold shot number 1 will come through starting tomorrow night, Thursday night, and we will have that in place for both Friday the 9th and Saturday the 10th. As we have a strong Arctic cold front which will move through the area early on Thursday afternoon, tomorrow afternoon, through Southeast Virginia and offshore. This is going to be bringing in the coldest air mass of the season so far. So let's take a look at what's going on at the surface to bring in this colder air. There is a 1041 millibar high pressure system, and this will be tomorrow morning, or actually Friday morning, at 0700 Eastern Standard Time. There's going to be a strong 1041 millibar high situated over eastern Kansas, northeast Oklahoma. The flow around the high is going to be clockwise. It's going to direct much colder northwesterly winds into southeast Virginia overall on Friday. With the winds as strong as they're going to be at 15 to 20 miles per hour, we're looking at wind chill values in the 20s and low 30s at the warmest all day on Friday. A high temperature hovering, struggling really to make it up to 41 degrees on Friday. The lower thickness values are here, but the air mass will be much drier, so you won't have to worry if you have any holiday festivities planned outdoor on Friday evening. You'll just have to bundle up. Now, on Saturday, the 10th of December, the high pressure will slide basically from its position over Kansas, Oklahoma into southern Ohio by this point in time on Saturday during the early afternoon hours. We have an area of high pressure, very cold, basically positioning itself over, getting closer to southeastern Virginia. So we expect another very cold day on Saturday this weekend. Dry once again with high pressure in control, but very chilly with high temperatures again struggling to make it to 41 degrees. Now overnight lows between both Saturday morning and Sunday morning will be in the upper 20s. In the outlying areas away from Hampton Roads, we're looking at low temperatures into the lower to middle 20s with this cold shot of Arctic air. So it's going to get very cold, folks. Make sure you get those winter coats out because this is cold shot number 1. This is the 5,000 foot level 850 millibar charts for both Friday and Saturday. Again, showing the coldest air indicated by the purple, the magenta, the reddish areas, some orange. That's the even coldest air, even more cold air way up here over the polar areas. But the flow of the wind vectors, the arrows are coming and blowing from the northwest, from a colder region to a warmer region. Therefore, we have strong cold air advection. The temperature scale is at the bottom here of temperatures at 5,000 feet. Negative 16 to negative 18 degrees Celsius air mass is pouring south. Negative 16 to negative 18 at 5,000 feet. And then this is Saturday. You can see this core of cold air over western and central Canada and how it just continually sends shots, or imagine this being a big pinwheel low pressure system just on the back side, just sending down shots of colder air throughout the period. That's really going to be the case over the next 10 days. Now let's take a look at cold shot number 2. We will have some moderating temperatures on Monday. Sunday will start the moderation. We'll be up closer to 50, 51 degrees on Sunday. But then by Monday, we'll have temperatures in the lower 50s, 53, 54 degrees. So there will be a moderating trend. But then the 14th and 15th of December, which is basically next Wednesday, Thursday, here comes the second shot of Arctic cold air. You have a 1037 millibar high situated over the northern plain states. You have an area of low pressure. Now, this is where things get interesting as far as wintry precipitation for Southeast Virginia, as we get this area of low pressure to develop along the boundary of the coldest air mass over the Gulf Stream. It's 1,015. It's a weak low at this point, but we have a disturbance in the northern area of the jet stream, and we have another little area developing off the Carolina coast. All right. Temperatures are already going to be cold because we're going to have a strong cold air advection around this 1037 millibar high moving out over the northern plains, clockwise flow. So we're already going to have the cold air in place, and then we're going to have a little bit of moisture trying to overrun the colder air at the surface, and there's actually a possibility of snow on Wednesday the 14th during the evening hours. Some snow breaking out from Ohio, Eastern Kentucky, West Virginia, into Virginia and North Carolina, with rain basically along the coastal areas of North Carolina, South Carolina, into Georgia and Alabama. So this is something to keep a close eye on, as we could see our first snowflakes and or mixed precipitation of the season for Southeast Virginia next week. This again would be on the evening of the 14th, yes. That would be Wednesday evening. And then on Thursday, this area of snow moves further, basically closer to our area at that point. So we're going to have to keep a close eye on things as that strong cold air comes down. The next shot of cold air comes spilling down out of Canada. Here's what the 850 millibar chart on the left, showing you the temperatures. The scale is at the bottom. Again, the orange, the red, the magenta, the purple are the coldest temperatures. And this is on the 15th at 0700 Eastern Standard Time. We got some really cold air pouring south again towards Southeast Virginia and the Mid-Atlantic region at this time. The jet stream at 30,000 feet, you see more of a northwest to southeast flow with some strong areas of higher wind speeds. This orange area indicative of 150 to 160 knot jet maximum rotating through this jet axis. So you can see the troughing in the eastern United States. We talked about an area of low pressure at the surface, possibly off the Carolinas developing. So again, that's something we'll have to keep a close eye on for next week. There's a lot of factors that go into producing winter-type precip in the Hampton Roads, Southeast Virginia area. And one of them is water temperatures. With right now, the water temperature is at 53. So that could really impact our ability to get snow at that point. And then finally, cold shot number 3 on the 19th of December. All right, here comes 1,044 millibar high moving in from the Midwestern U.S. with clockwise flow around the high will direct much colder air and lower thickness values once again over the eastern coast of America. All right, so a lot of lake effect snows up here as well in the Great Lakes again as northwesterly flow moves over the relatively warmer Great Lakes, the water surfaces there. But this is impressive. This is 0700 Eastern Standard Time on Monday the 19th, and this is the evening of the 19th, about 1900 Eastern Standard Time or 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. A 1042 millibar high becomes situated over the area. Very strong high pressure, very cold. So let's get to the final thoughts. The very cold pattern will continue, with 3 distinct shots of colder Arctic air set to flow down from Canada into southeastern Virginia. The first shot of colder air arrives this Friday, the 9th of December, and Saturday, the 10th. The next shot of colder air arrives on the 14th and 15th of December, with the possibility of wintry precipitation. So we got to keep an eye on that because that could impact commuting across Hampton Roads, Southeast Virginia areas. Another shot of colder air is in store on 19 December. And if the timing is just right with the very cold air in place and the track of low pressure systems moving up the coast or coming more of a southerly route south of the area, there is a possibility of seeing our first bout of wintry weather across southeastern Virginia the week of 12 to 16 December, basically next week. with the main area of focus being on the 14th and 15th of December, somewhere in the middle portion of the week to the Wednesday, Thursday time frame the way it looks now. So it's something to keep an eye on. We could see our first snowflakes of the season across the area. Now, the theme over the next 10 to 14 days continues to be repetitive shots of colder Arctic air moving into southeastern Virginia from Canada. Again, the air masses over Canada are reloading. They basically will dump a shot of cold air, send it southeast towards us, and then they're going to, again, get colder over the snow-packed areas of central and western Canada, and then another shot of cold will come down. The reloading will happen again, and then another shot. So we're in for a very cold next 10 to 14 days in this part of the United States. Check out our latest spot on weather forecast on Facebook and Twitter. We do that often. We put our latest forecasts out. And stay tuned for further updates from Spot on Weather for any significant changes. We will update those through the forecast on Facebook and Twitter. Most likely not going to be doing any videos for the next 4 days. Hopefully I'll get one out again on Monday. In the meantime, check back with us for the latest forecasts. Again, very cold. Get those winter jackets out. And that's all we have for now at Spot on Weather. Spot on Weather. Just remember, if we're not spot on, we're not doing it right. Have a great afternoon, everyone.